Welcome back to the King of Hearts podcast, hosted by me, Chiara King. And yes, as you can see, I am wearing glasses today. If you can't see, I am wearing glasses today. If you're listening right now, I never wear my glasses, but I actually do need to wear glasses because I need them to read and to read my phone. And today I'm going to be reading from my phone a little bit because we are doing a kind of like a therapy session, a self-care episode. So if you're sitting down right now, get cozy, get yourself a tea, get yourself some biscuits, maybe get a little journal in front of you, or just get comfy, get a blanket. Because today we're going to be talking about how to fill your own cup. Right now, I'm going through I guess, healing, self-love, eat, pray, love era, I guess. I'm living my Julia Roberts dream. Well, not really, because I'm not traveling in Bali and India, but I am in London. Um, I guess you can still do eat, pray, love in the comfort of your own home, which is what I have been doing the past few weeks and months. I wanted to give you some, I guess, tips, but I'm also learning from these myself on just how to like feel better about your life and I guess raise your vibration if you're into that, like vibrations. Basically, what raising your vibration means in a more logical sense is being more positive about life, seeing your glass as half full, not half empty. And I've taken these tips, which I'm going to share with you now, not only from my therapist, but from my mom, from my yoga teachers, from my friends, people that I really, really look up to who have really, really helped me through times of a lot of pain and depression.
If you love me, let me fly away. Maybe I'll come back to you. Maybe I won't.
I went through a really depressing time. Well, honestly, it's been ongoing since December. So it's now like June. It's been like 6 months that I've been kind of battling. I mean, I haven't been like diagnosed with depression, but I've definitely never felt these feelings of being so low before. And, it got to a point where my mum literally said to me, like, are you sure you don't want to start taking antidepressants? Like, let's take you to the doctor and see maybe antidepressants will help you. So that's when I really knew, okay, shit, something's wrong. Because if my mum is telling me to take antidepressants and she's super against antidepressants and drugs and all that, she's like just not into that. Even though I know drugs really help people that need it. But I was like, wow, she must think I'm really sad, to advise me to take antidepressants. So these things have really helped me, which I'm going to share with you to kind of keep my head above the water, if not fly out the water sometimes. And yeah, I want to share these things with you today. And I hope that they will help you in one way or another. They really are helping me. And I just think it's so much more beautiful to live in a world where you see the goodness in things instead of seeing the negative in things, because everything you see in the world is your own perception, and everyone's going to see the same thing but perceive the world in a completely different way. Someone can be looking at the tube station and it's rush hour and be thinking, oh my God, that's so annoying, blah, blah, blah. I'm so pissed off. And then another person can be seeing the exact same situation in a positive aspect of, okay, that's fine. That means I'll have more time to read my book. That means more time to, I don't know, scroll on social media. It means I'll have more time to text my friends and more time for myself. Everything you see in life is just a matter of how you view it, because everyone sees the external world differently, but the actual external world itself is the same to everyone. It's just the way that you view it is different. I had a quote for this week, and this week's quote is, sometimes when things seem to be falling apart, they may actually be falling into place. So by that, I mean, when you feel like your whole world is falling apart and you feel like you are just helpless and there's no hope and there's no light at the end of the tunnel, that thing that broke you could be the thing that makes you so much stronger, so much better, so have so many more chinks in your armor. And there's this saying that in China, they have these glasses that they purposefully break them and then remake them and kind of paint them with gold. And they end up being way more beautiful after they've been broken than before. So if you're going through a hard time right now, just know that it might be the best thing that's ever going to happen to you. You may not see it right now, but maybe in a few months down the line, maybe even a few years down the line, you're going to be like, I'm so glad that that happened to me, because it would have led me to the situation that I am now in. And I'm so grateful to be in the situation that I'm now in. Yeah. How to fill your own cup. Number one, just because I've seen this time and time again, try and stay out of drama and gossip. Drama and gossip is probably one of the most negative vibrations you could be vibrating at in life. When you are accepting and giving gossip and drama to friends or online, or taking part in gossip and drama, I promise you it's only going to fill you up this tiny amount, and it's only going to make you feel good about yourself short term, but in the long term, that gossip and drama is actually going to eat away at you because it's negative. Gossip is never a positive thing. When there's drama and gossip, what's the first thing you think about? Or did they break up? Or, oh my God, what happened to that girl? Did she broke her leg? Or it's like, it's all negative. None of it's positive. No gossip is positive. None of it. Gossip is purely negative. It's usually rumors and not true. It's usually just like people wanting to hurt other people. It's just a really negative vibration. You don't want to be around people that are creating gossip and part of gossip. It's not a nice environment. It's actually a really toxic environment. So if you really want to fill your cup, take yourself out of environments where there's drama and gossip, because I promise you, like, you're not missing out, number one. And number two, you're going to be feeling so much more peaceful and calm, not knowing the gossip and not caring about the gossip, and just like keeping your head in your own lane. And just not caring also what other people think, because gossip is based around what other people think. And usually what other people think is just based on their own opinion and not based on facts. So if you really want to fill your own cup and make yourself feel better about life and more positive and live in a more positive way, staying out of gossip and drama is number one thing you need to do. So if you have any friends that are constantly gossiping, maybe step away from them for a bit. Spend time with family. Spend time with people who don't gossip. Like my yoga teacher, I don't think I've ever heard her gossip in my entire life. I don't think I have ever heard her speak badly about anyone else in my entire life, because she's just too busy being happy. She's so busy just minding her own business. She doesn't have the energy to be focusing on other people's downfall, which is what gossip is. It's literally focusing on another person's downfall. That's not nice. You don't want to be part of that. Another way you can fill your cup is spending more time with yourself, not going out as much, but also, on the contrary, having a good balance between also going out and staying at home, because I don't want you to be a hermit, especially if you're like 18, 19, 20 to 30, even 30s, like doesn't matter what age you are, but especially when you're like in your mid 20s, you don't want to be spending those years, like those are supposed to be the funnest years in your life. Even if you are going through a hard time, sometimes it is actually beneficial to go out with your friends and kind of just let loose a little bit and realize that life isn't that serious. Sometimes I find when I stay at home too much, I make things so much more serious than they actually are. Whereas when I let my hair loose, like I'm going now to Ibiza with my best friend, and like we're probably going to have more of like a chill holiday just because I need that right now. And I don't really want to get drunk every day and like party until 5 a.m. because I'm just not on that vibe right now. But going out one night of the week, this week, especially because we're going to be in Ibiza, it's going to be fun. And I'm not going to like be like, oh no, I can't go out because I need to focus on myself and I need to focus on my healing. It's also healing to go out and let your hair loose and actually just have fun and realize that life's really not that serious. It's so much fun, and like dancing with your best friend and laughing and like just having a good time with people that you really love and care about. I think it's also important to know who the people you are going out with is super important. Like, make sure if you are going out, go out with people that you fully trust and that won't judge you, because there's nothing worse than waking up the next morning and having anxiety and being like, oh my God, what did I do the night before? Was I an idiot? Like, is everyone judging me? Because if you're with people that you really love and care about, they're not going to judge you and they're just like not going to care. So it's kind of like I kind of said both things, go out and don't go out. But I think what I mean is try and find a balance where you are happy with going out and staying at home. So you're not going out too much, but you're also not staying at home too much. You found a balance and an equilibrium between going out and staying home. But I think definitely when you're healing and going through something difficult, going out sometimes can be a form of escapism. So I definitely would recommend stay at home a bit more than you usually would. But also don't beat yourself up if you want to go out and have a good time. You're allowed to do that. You're a young, fun person. Enjoy it, because you only live once and tomorrow is not guaranteed.
We're just going to take a pause there and we'll be back after this break.
Another thing you can do to fill your cup, do a dream board. I love dream boards. How you can do this is literally go on Pinterest and figure out, what do you want in your life? What do you want in the next year, in the next 5 years? I think dream boards are so good to put yourself in like a dreamy state of like, this is okay, maybe right now I don't feel good and I feel like shit and blah, blah, blah. But if you have a dream board, you actually put yourself in like, oh, but I could be feeling like this one day and I could have this one day. And it just takes you out of your current state and puts you in more of like a elevated state of like, oh my God, like I want that. Or like, I would love to have this car one day, or I would love to have a yoga routine where I'm doing yoga every day, or I'd like to eat healthier. So you get a picture from Pinterest. Like, this is how I did it, for example. I'm going to show you how I did my dream board. I did it on New Year's Eve and I went to Pinterest and I just took a bunch of pictures. I'll show you a bit of my dream board. I called it My Life, and it's just got pictures of things that I really want, like a couple in love. I got reading with a green juice, because I want to be reading more and I want to be reading more this year. So I put that in my dream board, that I'm reading more. And funnily enough, this is actually a really good book if you do want to read something that's going to put you into like a really positive mindset of like, everything happens for a reason and I can manifest my reality and I can create my own reality. This book has helped me so much, like being positive about life. It's called The Collected Works by Florence Scovel Shinn. It's basically about the game of life and how to play it. And she gives you like lots of different affirmations. For example, my heart is a perfect idea in divine mind and is now in its right place doing its right work. It is a happy heart, a fearless heart, and a loving heart. You know, just like repeating stuff like that and affirmations is so good for like training your mind to think more positively when you're not maybe feeling so positive in the moment. This book is amazing. Please get it. Please get it. I'm not being paid to say this, but it's just like really, really helped me in my mindset. So reading more books was on my dream board. Running was on my dream board, although I have not done any of that, but it's on the dream board. So maybe the next half of the year I'll be running every day. I put on my dream house. This is my dream house. And I actually bought my first property this year. So I technically made that happen, even though it's not like this beautiful, but I put a house on my dream board and I got it. So, you know, making a dream board is so important to put up into the universe. What do I want? And it also puts you into this like dreamlike state of like, oh, maybe I can have that. And you know, you can have anything you want in life. Just, you have to believe it. Dream boards are going to really fill up your cup, and you will be so surprised at how quickly these things will happen when you put them like in a little album and you like save the album. And then even the last 6 months, I've looked back at my dream board and like, oh my God, I get this one and I did that one and I got that one. It's not just about materialistic things like I showed you. It's like journaling and reading and eating healthy and treating my body with respect. And, you know, Next thing that really helps me fill up my cup, which I know this sounds so crazy, but I always thought that guys could only do this for me, is buying myself gifts and treating myself to gifts. You should treat yourself to gifts every so often and give yourself that love. You know, I always thought like, oh, if I want like a really nice bracelet, like I'm going to wait for a guy to get that for me. When actually I got that bracelet for myself. And when I went to the shop and I got the bracelet, it was just this like bracelet that I really wanted. I'm actually wearing it right now. Well, I split it with my dad. It was like half a birthday present, half of it I paid for myself. But I don't know, I just always envisioned myself like someone else getting it for me as like a present. But then I went into this shop and I bought it with my credit card. I was just there like, shit, like I can treat myself. I can treat myself to nice things. I don't need a guy to treat me to nice things. Like I can do that myself. Like I bought my own property. I bought my own first watch. I can buy my own jewelry. I can buy my own handbags, you know, which I have done recently. Like I've just been treating myself a lot more recently and treating myself like a princess. And like, it's so crazy. The more I've bought myself nice gifts, like more work opportunities have come in, which is crazy. Like the more money you actually spend, the more money you actually get into your bank account as well, because you're showing the universe that I'm abundant with so many things in life, you know, that it's like, oh, okay, well, let's give her some more. Let's give her some more abundance then. So treat yourself. Buy yourself that necklace that you really wanted. Buy yourself those shoes that you really liked. Buy yourself that makeup set that you really wanted, because it's going to be so fulfilling, and you're going to be like, wow, like you're going to feel so satisfied and fulfilled. And you're like, I treated myself to that. I did that for myself, and that's going to fill your own cup. And that's what I've been doing. I work hard for my money and I'm allowed to spend it how I want to spend it. I used to be such a hoarder and save all my money in the bank and like never ever spend it. That's like what my mum does. She's so stingy. I love her for it, but she's so stingy. She just like cannot spend money. Whereas my dad's the opposite. My dad loves spending money. He's not frugal with money. Like he's not a saver. And I'm now spending more money on myself. And I'm like, oh, it's actually quite nice to spend money on myself. I never did that before. Another way that I've been filling up my cup is definitely having therapy. I've had my life coach now since February, and she is literally amazing. Like, Amy, if you're listening to this right now, I don't know if you are or you even follow me on social media. I don't think she does. She likes to stay out of it, but she's just like, she's helped me so much with just like weekly problems that I deal with. She just is like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, she always tells me, she's like, Chiara, we're floating on a moving rock in space with millions of other planets. You are just a little dot in space. Your life is both meaningful yet also meaningless. Just nothing's that serious. Like, it's okay you had a bad week, but it's okay to lift yourself up again and be like, it's fine. Brush yourself off the shoulders. Don't sit in your bed and cry for days because you're just wasting another beautiful day. Or you can sit in bed for a week and feel sorry for yourself, but that's your choice. She's like, you know, we only have a finite time on earth. Use every single day as if it's a gift. Even when bad things happen to you, everything is a gift. Even if it's so hard to believe the bad things that are happening to you right now, they actually end up being a gift in the future. So just take the lessons that they bring you. And I'm like, oh my God, I literally love her. She's amazing. Get yourself a life coach. They're not even like that expensive. Like you think that life coaches and therapists are expensive. A lot of them are super affordable. You just don't realize it because you haven't done the research. She's amazing. Another thing that will fill your cup is daily exercise, or if not bi-weekly, just moving your body a little bit, walking a bit more, how it helps your mental health. Like taking time off your phone and spending time in the real world and exercising and running around and walking and being in nature as well. How good it is for your body. We're animals at the end of the day, and we need to be surrounded by nature. We can't be in a city all the time. We can't be in a block. Like obviously in cities there's parks too. There's just like walking in the park, running in the park, especially now that summer's coming, like going swimming. You don't have to go to the gym, but maybe a workout class with mates, like moving your body. I realized when every time I would move my body or do exercise, I would feel so much happier. I would just see the world in a different way because of the serotonin that exercise gives you. Another thing to fill your cup, stop waking up late. Stop waking up late. It's only going to damage your mental health more because you're going to wake up at 2 p.m. and you're going to be like, oh, I've wasted the day already. Trust me, because I've already been through this myself. You can't be bothered to wake up in the morning because you don't want to wake up in the morning because you don't want to deal with the responsibilities of the day. And I'm like, oh, I've already wasted the day. I may as well fuck it up even more. So then I just stay in bed all day and don't do anything and feel sorry for myself. The moment I started waking up around I wake up around 8, 9 a.m. now, which is still not that early, but it's better than 2 p.m. Okay. Baby steps, people. You also don't want to be going from waking up at 3 p.m. to waking up at 6 a.m. It's a bit of a shock to the body. And also you don't want to relapse. So I would say with everything that I'm saying to you, take everything with baby steps and be kind to yourself. You don't have to change your life in a day. It's little habits that you make in your life that will actually change your life instead of completely changing your life, because that usually doesn't last. It's all in the baby steps. So I started waking up a bit earlier, and I've just found, even though I'm going through it quite a bit emotionally at the moment, it's really helped me waking up at 8:30 in the morning, because then I'm like, okay, well, I still have the day to be productive if I want to be. If I don't want to be, that's fine. But at least I'm up. Life has just been easier when I wake up earlier in the morning. So maybe try that if you're in a funk. Another one, I've been learning to be happy with myself and not relying on external validation. And what I mean by that is I've not really been speaking to any guys at all. Actually, I've not been speaking to anyone recently. And it's been kind of weird because usually old me, I would always need to feel validation from a guy, or texting someone, at least texting some guy just to get a little bit of attention from them, or 2 or 3 guys. I don't know. And right now I'm literally not messaging anyone and no one is messaging me. And I think it's such a I don't know. I feel like it's been such a breath of fresh air. And I definitely recommend this to you if you do want to fill your cup. That time that you're wasting just messaging some random ass dude that you're probably not even going to meet up with, or what, you're going to meet up with them once and then what? It's just a waste of energy. I don't know. And I'm not in that mindset right now. I just really just want to be on my own. And I feel like the universe got the messages and is okay, I'm not sending any guys your way because you need to be alone. And so I'm literally, I'm not messaging anyone right now. And it's so weird because me years ago would be messaging, always someone messaging someone just for that little bit of attention, because I was super insecure and I needed that external validation. And that's okay. It's okay to be texting someone. But I think for my own healing and to fill my own cup, I had to realize that before there was another guy filling my cup for me instead of myself filling my cup for me. And I want to fill my cup with my own energy and attention, and not another guy just being, oh, you're really pretty. Oh, let's go for a date. Oh, what, are you free on Saturday? Let's go for drinks. Also, I can't be bothered going for drinks with anyone right now. I can't be bothered going for an aimless drink with a guy, or a Tinder date, or a Raya date. And I'm probably never going to see again. And you just get drunk with this random person for no reason. It's just not, it's the opposite of what I want to do right now. All I want to do right now is I want to see my friends, cook dinner, spend time with my family, focus on my work, travel with friends, and that's it. And I think the universe got that message and it's okay, Chiara, no man for you then. And I'm just yeah, no, just stay away. And actually, there have been some guys messaging me, trying to continue a conversation. And I just messaged them and I'm just look, I'm going through it right now. I can't entertain a conversation, to be honest. Sorry. And just oh, I hope you're okay. And I'm yeah, I'm just spending time with family. I'm fine. And then just end the conversation there. Cause honestly, I'm so over it at right now. I don't know how I'm going to feel in the next few months, but right now I'm really enjoying just being on my own and just spending time with my family. Also spending time with my brother as well. My brother's 10, if you don't know. I have a 10-year-old brother, and just I want to work on our relationship, because I feel like I haven't really made an effort with my brother in the past few years, just because I've been so focused on like my work and other things, and I just haven't really prioritized him, and I feel really bad. Like I feel like a really bad sister. So that's what I'm focusing on right now. But yeah, these are all of the things that I've been kind of doing to fill my own cup, and I hope that you can take some of these and to fill your own cup. And I hope that we can all fill our cups together and become healed queens and just like stroll around the world loving ourselves and just like being confident queens, because that's how we should be. That is how we should be. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next week. I love you so much, and I hope you had a little nice therapy session with me. Solo episode. Love a solo episode. Bye.
Maybe I won't.